66 billion trees, planted across a wall of desert longer than the Great Wall of China, and by the plan's own math, half of them were supposed to die. This is the largest tree planting project in human history. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly why so many of those trees never made it, and why the ones that lived might have been the bigger problem. Because the story you've been told, desert defeated, forest triumphant, quietly leaves out the part where a single beetle erased 20 years of work, and where the surviving trees started drinking the land dry. China calls it the Three North Shelter Belt. The world calls it the Great Green Wall. Since 1978, it's swallowed billions of dollars and mobilized millions of people to throw a living barrier across 4,500 kilometers of advancing sand. The official numbers are staggering, and they're real. But behind every triumphant satellite photo is a graveyard of dead saplings nobody puts on the poster. And it starts with a number the headlines skip. Here's what almost nobody tells you. In the harshest arid stretches, the survival rate of newly planted trees dropped as low as 15%. 15. For every 100 saplings pushed into the sand, 85 were gone. And the planners knew it was coming. If a project this massive, quietly failing this hard is new to you, that's exactly the kind of story this channel digs up. Subscribe and stay with me, because it gets stranger. In many areas, crews deliberately planted twice as many trees as the land could ever support, because they were working on the flat assumption that half would die anyway. So when the title says half of them died, that's not clickbait, that was the strategy. But dying slowly of thirst wasn't even the worst way these forests failed. By the year 2000, the wall met its first true catastrophe. To grow fast and grow cheap, planners had leaned overwhelmingly on a single tree, the poplar. Mile after mile, province after province, the same species cloned into an endless green monoculture. And a monoculture is a buffet. The Asian longhorn beetle feeds on softwoods like poplar, and it found a food supply stretching to the horizon. The more China planted, the more the beetle multiplied. Then, in one devastating wave across Ningxia province, roughly 1 billion poplars died. 2 decades of planting erased. Crews felled the infected trees by the million and, in a grim twist, packed some into shipping crates. The beetle larvae rode those crates to Europe and North America, where governments still spend fortunes fighting the infestation today. But here's the part that should genuinely unsettle you. The trees that died weren't the real disaster. It was the ones that lived. Because a tree is a pump. Every poplar drives its roots deep and hauls water up out of the ground day after day. And in a landscape that historically grew grass, not forest, there simply wasn't enough to go around. In parts of the lush plateau, water yields fell by 30 to 50% after planting. Satellites watching from 2001 to 2020 caught something eerie. Regions that looked greener from space were quietly running out of water underground. The forest was growing, the water table was crashing. Scientists gave it a name, the Green Desert, a place that looks alive from orbit and is dying from the roots. So did the whole thing fail? Not exactly. The disasters taught brutal, expensive lessons. Crews stopped carpeting the sand with thirsty poplar monocultures and switched to what the land could actually hold. Hardy shrubs, native grasses, mixed species, seeds scattered from aircraft. And slowly, it started to work. In late 2024, a crew closed the final stretch of a green belt 3,000 kilometers long, wrapped completely around a desert the size of Finland. The newest satellite studies find these planted forests now gaining leaf cover faster than natural woodland. So when someone shows you that clean before and after, barren dunes, then endless forest, remember what it cost. 1 billion dead poplars, a beetle loose on 3 continents, and a water table paying the bill in silence. The real story isn't triumph or failure, it's both, tangled together. If you'd rather have your history with the dead trees left in, subscribe. And if you want the glossy version, the one where the desert loses and the forest wins clean, I made that video too. It's on screen right now. Just watch it knowing what you know now. Because China is already exporting these exact techniques to Africa, to a wall 5 times longer, cutting clear across the Sahara. And the mistakes they're about to repeat there could dwarf everything you just saw.